Hi everyone, it's Anna here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a flip through of my setup of my 5th bullet journal. If you've seen my last few Plan With Me videos, you've noticed that in July I actually started a new bullet journal. So I was going to post this video before my July Plan With Me, but it didn't end up happening. But I did post a video of my opening up this journal and kind of going through all of the new features. So if you're interested in that, then I will link that down below and you can go watch it. Anyway, opening this up, I opened straight to the tab key, and I have added a few things, and you can see on this first page I've already made a mistake, but that's okay. But I just have an indication that if I cut off the corner, then it means I'm done with that page, and I did do a video explaining why I do that, so I'll link that below as well. And then I have this light gray color for miscellaneous pages and collections, and then red for July 2018. So when I flip through, that'll be kind of an easy way to tell where each section of my bullet journal is and where all of my collections are kind of scattered throughout. So next is my color key and the index, and I just kind of flipped through those because I hadn't filled them out yet. So the first spread that I flipped to is my year at a glance, and these are on my future log pages, but I don't really do future logs in my bullet journal. Any future planning I just do on my phone on Google Calendars. And I haven't written in any of the birthdays or holidays that I'm keeping track of, but I will be doing shortly after I had filmed this video. On the next page I have my final countdown, which if you've seen any of my past bullet journal setup videos, you will see that I've had this same countdown going, and it's just gradually gotten smaller and smaller. This countdown is actually to when my husband and I are moving, so we've been pretty excited about it. And then below that I have a section to write down things that my husband and I want to do or things we need to get done before we move. Then on the right side I have a page for meal planning, and in the past I've just had like lunch and dinner items, but since we're trying to get through all of our food before we move and just try to eat as much of it and not let it go to waste, I added sections for breakfast, miscellaneous like side dishes, and then a smaller section for dessert items as well. And actually for this section what I'm going to do is write down the different dishes and then use sticky notes. When I'm planning out my week, I can use those sticky notes to put them on the day that I want to have those meals for. On the next page on the top left I have a waiting on section, and this is for mail or things that we've ordered online. And then I also have a vehicle log, and that's just to keep track of any car repairs or maintenance that we have. And I don't know why I made these sections so small, since I'm hoping that this bullet journal will last me 6 months, but I guess if I run out of space I can always start another one on a page later. On the right side I have a section to help me keep track of the last time I called my different family members and friends that I want to keep in touch with. And I actually changed this up a bit because in the past I would just write down the date and the name of the person, every time I talk to them. But my goal has always been to try to talk to these people like once a week or maybe once a month. And so what I'm doing is I have the week number on the left side, and I've highlighted the start of each month, so that way I can keep track either on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis the last time I've talked to each of these people. On the next page I have my restaurants tracker, and I'm proud to say that in my last bullet journal I didn't use this page nearly as much as I have in past bullet journals. I like this page just because it's one of those random things I like to keep track of and, see where we go out to eat the most often. And yeah, not much to it. It looks like a bar graph as I use it, so hopefully that makes sense. On the next page I have these 2 sections to keep track of my YouTube and Instagram kind of like milestones, and I haven't filled them out yet, but that is what those are for. And then on the right side I have a place to list all of my video ideas. So I think I have my whole filming and editing process down to a T, so I don't need to have every single step written out anymore. Following that I have my YouTube video schedule, and at the time I was filming this video I didn't know exactly how I wanted to set this up. That and I was still in my old journal, so I couldn't quite set it up yet until I knew which videos were done and which ones needed to be planned out still. But I think what I'm going to do, I keep track of the different videos that I make by giving them a number, and so I think I'm going to put that number in one corner of each of these little rectangles and then write down when the video is due or when I'd like to have it posted by, and then write down at least the title and maybe the date that it was actually published. And I'm also going to be using sticky notes to write down all of the video ideas that I have so that I can kind of move them around and make planning easier that way. So the next page is blank because I actually need to print out a page that is a chart for one of my crochet projects, but once I get that printed out, I'll make sure it's the correct size and then just use some double-sided tape to put that in on that page. And then on the right side is where all of my quarterly projects and goals will be kept. And this will actually be a continuation of the setup that I came up in my last bullet journal. Since I'm graduated from college now, I decided to start kind of keeping track of my goals and projects on a quarterly basis. And since I'm starting this bullet journal in July, I only have July and August for this quarter, but the next quarter will go through the rest of the year from September to December. And the next two pages after this are just where you can see July and August laid out. And once again, I'll use sticky notes to keep track of which projects I'm working on, and then I also write down what I got done each day, so it's a great way to keep track of, what progress I'm making, and also hopefully to keep me accountable by not letting any of these lines be blank. After that, it's another blank page, and this is where I'm going to be keeping my moving checklist. I found a pin on Pinterest that kind of breaks it down like 8 weeks before the move, 6 weeks before the move, and on until moving day, and then after the move. Rather than writing it all out again like I did in my last bullet journal, I'm just going to print it out and then put it in once that's done. And after that is my July setup, which I obviously hadn't started before filming this video. So if you haven't seen my July plan with me, I will link that below as well. But that is all I have for my bullet journal setup. In the comments if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I will be sure to link my past bullet journal setup videos in the description below in case you want to get any other ideas, or if you just want to see how my bullet journals used to be set up and what similarities and differences there are. But anyway, I hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!